Welcome back! Well, we got all the pillars, but unfortunately, we're not allowed to keep them. We have to give them back. And for that, of course, we have to return to all of the journey doors in all of the ages. So, let's just go and do that. Fortunately, of course, we do also have all 4 of the wedges now for the main ages, and those we are allowed to keep. Which is nice, because then if people visit our Relto, they can tell that we've actually done those ages.
Oh, we can show off.
Exactly. Now, Nora isn't going to be in this video, quite likely, because, well, she's going to go to her own ages to go to the journey doors there, just in case there might be a glitch, because, well, like we said before, sometimes she couldn't get the pillars, so we want to make sure that she can at least return them. Also, it saves us some time because I don't have to come and pick up Nora in between all the time. Which means I can open my windows now.
I'll get them closed the next time I'm there.
Okay, well, we're basically gonna do this in the same order that we did the ages in originally. So we're gonna start out with Teledahn. Now, if I'm not mistaken, my journey cloth in Teledahn should take me to the top level of the big mushroom at the end. The hidden room that you could only access via the ladder. And
mine is taking
I am
me
right.
right near the door.
Oh, you can go and check in on Shroomy.
I am going to do that. I should probably not be speaking to me because I haven't been back there.
She'll be wondering where you went.
Yep.
Okay, oh. And I just suddenly stopped walking. My keyboard is not cooperating. You can hear the Bahro scuffling about in the cave behind the journey door.
Nope, she's ignoring me.
And of course, as you probably would have known, if you've seen the other Let's Play, or if you played really close attention to what we said when we visited the balcony in Bevin, you know that this is not the same Bahro cave. So even though we're returning the pillars, we're actually sending them somewhere else. Because this Bahro cave is not above the fissure, it is above, well, this orange void down there, which we of course know is actually the lake in the cavern. And, well, you can see the symbol here, which is also in the other Bahro cave, but it's easiest to just wait until you have all 4 of them here, because you can actually walk across the platforms here once you get all of them, so you can write down the combination. Let's return that pillar. There it goes. How are you doing, Nora?
I'm in the cave. I managed to, well, obviously there's no difficulty to get to the Teledahn journey door, especially when the last cloth you touched is right outside it.
Indeed. And as I fall down, you can see that it is indeed the cavern. There must be a lot of these kind of caves above the cavern, because you can see that at the end of the path of the shell. I don't think we get to see that bit in the in Ur Live, though. But the ending of the offline version of Path of the Shell, you get to see the light come out of all of the different Bahro caves, and the contours of the Starfisher have started to appear. Alright, next up, a slightly more difficult one, Gahreesen.
Yes, I'm already going there because I expect to have to do this several times.
And thanks to... no, I should link to the journey marker. Thanks to the longer time limit of YouTube, we should be able to do this in one video. Should be able to get all 4 of them in under 15 minutes. Unless I royally screw up here. And unlike in Complete Chronicles, I did actually get the journey cloth here, so I don't have to travel to Mount Doom and back just to get up here.
Oh, that was so funny. I loved that.
Okay, I'm just going to take the easy and safe route, rather than trying the really long jump I did last time we were here. Good, I got that. Any more luck with the jump this time?
No, well, I did try the long jump and managed to sink all the way through the land on the side of the mountain and sink through that. I just wanted to try it. I'll go back and do it. You just carry on.
Okay. Alright, another part of the combination for the viewer, and again, you don't need to write it down now, because as you can see, the other platform where the previous pillar is still extended. So once we got all 4 of them here, you can actually just walk around and write down the combination at your leisure.
But
In case you missed it, you can also.
order.
Well, you don't. It doesn't matter which one is at the top, as long as you.
No, but it has to be in the right circle.
Yeah.
Circular order.
But if you get it wrong or if you forget it, you can always come back, because anytime you go back through the journey door after doing this, you will always end up in that cave. Although it is not above the Starfisher, you still need to jump in the hole, because your Relto book does not work, even in that Bahro cave. And the outline of the fissure becomes clearer. Next up, using our alternative order from this Let's Play, is Eder Gira. And in this case I'm actually going to link to the beginning, because there is not any point in using the journey cloth, because I think the last journey cloth we touched here is probably the one right near the end, sort of across from where the Relto page is. Which isn't any closer to the journey door than the beginning.
Okay, I made it fine that time.
Good.
I did it the proper way. I just wanted to see if I could make that big jump.
Yeah, you have to be lucky about what spot of the side of the wall you land on for that to work. Fortunately, Eder Gira is completely void of any long jumps.
No, it's not long jumps, but it can be very, it can be like walking through a marsh for me, because it's
Well, I thought
just
only
so
the after the other part of Gira was bad
no,
for
all
you.
of Eder Gira. No, that's really bad, but all of
Oh, okay. It's just
Eder
different,
Gira is-
different gradations of bad.
Yes, no.
Okay, that's number 3 done. Down we go. This always reminds me of Gandalf and the Balrog falling down over the underground lake
yes.
in the Two Towers. In the beginning of the Two Towers.
Okay.
And yet more Starfisher appears. You could have predicted that if you listened to Yeesha's speech at the end of the last stage, because she says that the Fisher is returning, and now we know what she meant. Kadish Talisa is last on our list. You know, something occurred to me about Kadesh Lisa recently. If you in the forest in the beginning of Kadesh Lisa, you can actually hear the sound of an animal, which sounds like the Itram from Riven, the frog-like thing. And of course, well, probably that's just Cyan reusing a sound effect, but what it made me think is because we know that Gen wrote his Aegis by copying stuff from other books, so maybe he actually copied some stuff from the Kadesh Stelisa book. I'm gonna walk over the beam this time because I didn't do that.
I was just going to ask you which way you were going.
And since we know that Riven had that one big tree, which unfortunately was already cut down by the time we got there in the game Riven, so maybe that was also something he copied from the Kadesh Stelisa book. I mean, it's not impossible. There's no reason he couldn't have had this book. If the DRC were able to find it, Gen should have been able to find it too.
You know, in reading the novels, you see, I mean, it certainly made me wonder how they can just look at the writing in a book and see what exactly the writing is going to conjure in the world.
Well, they're supposed to use this really specific script which has all these special words and meanings for specifically for that doing thing. The Garo Hefty or something.
Oh, that's right, Garo Hefty.
Or Grow Hefty, or I don't really know where to put the emphasis on that word. And we have all 4 of the pillars now in the Bahro cave, which brings the Bahro back to the cavern apparently, no matter that they were already set free. And now we can walk around the cavern and write down the combination that we will have to use for the viewer. Although, actually in the books, they do also point out that even though they try and write so they can achieve specific effects, there are always things in the Aegis that surprise them that they didn't specifically write in.
Oops.
And
oh my God.
I'm just showing that you can, in fact, not use the Relto book here. So we have to jump. Apparently, you can use the Relto book once you're falling here. Because I don't think this automatically links you back to real Relto the way the Starfisher might.
Oh gosh. Oh my God. Oh. I landed on my tippy toes on the edge of the platform to the journey door in Gahreesen.
Okay.
I really thought I was gonna lose it there.
And I have the Starfisher opened in my Relto now. Opened with rather a lot less drama than it did in Riven. No dramatic discolorization and rushing of air and stuff falling in or whatever. But I guess that's unlike in Riven, where it was an unintentional side effect of Catherine's changes. Here, I guess Yeesha intentionally made the age so it could have the Starfisher in it. So probably she did it so that it wouldn't have any negative effects. Okay, well, we have the Starfisher. We've returned all of the pillars. Well, I have anyway.
I have too.
Good.
I'm back on the Relto, ready to jump into my little picture.
Well, we'll have to do that in the next video.